Hello, friends, and welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you for joining me today. We are doing our Saturday sew-along, which is the Woodland Quilt out of the Simply Half Yards book. And I had someone request the name of the book or a copy of the book or something for the panel. It's called Panel Mashup. I don't have it right here with me. I still need to pull those things out. I'm not even sure that I'm going to be able to get to that next month, but we're going to see. We're working on Woodland. We're trying to knock it out. I did open up Wednesday for the Woodland, if that's what I decide to do, or if I decide to keep doing Woodland, because guys, we've got a whole lot more left of Woodland. So let's get into this. What I am doing, I've got my diagram as to how I put the blocks together. And friends, y'all are getting the drowned rat look today. Y'all see we got a little sunshine coming through that window there, but it has been pouring down rain today. So what I'm doing, I have all of my blocks trimmed. They're cut, they're trimmed, and set out for all the fabrics for one block. So what I do is I get my half square triangle and I put one in a stack up here, and then I get my center piece. So what I'm doing is the first two pieces of each row, and I'm doing that for every color set. And that's why I'm putting the spare pieces up here on a stack. So when I pull them off and press them, I may not even press them. I may just pull them off and then go to put the third piece on each row. And you'll see I already have a few on my sewing machine here. I had a phone call, and I got a few done while I was on the phone. But I am just doing the first two pieces of each row. That may be all I get done today. It is Friday as I'm recording this. So, friends, we're just doing a day ahead. That's all I am right now. I don't have a big library of videos ready for you guys. I like to try to get about a week done, but that's not happening right now, friends. So I'm just bringing you here a little bit at a time. And today, like I said, today is Friday. It is late in the evening already. We have the live tonight with Timmy and Alicia over on Timmy's channel. So that when y'all are seeing this would have happened last night. And I still need to cut my fabrics for the thing tonight, and I have not done that. Y'all see I've got two pieces here, and I'm throwing that one. That's the third piece of the row. But I did get that quilt to Miss Ava. I got the, what was it called? My scrappy one from the Fat Quarters by a Dozen. I keep poking my finger. I can't even think of what it's called, friends. Not the Sunbeam one. That one's already been gone. I can't think at all. And I've already poked a pin under my thumbnail. So, yeah, we've started this session already out just perfect. So now I'm grabbing my next colors. I just grab all of the fabrics in that color. And the first two that I'm going to pull are my half square triangles. These are corners. I'm putting one up here at the top in that stack. Then I get my hourglass block. And I think I have probably found my chain sewing on this one here. Found a way to get it done faster. We're just doing the first 2 blocks. Now, we do still need to, we still have the borders to do. Those borders are, I think I called it a sawtooth. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it is half square triangles turned to make V's, and then mountain peaks, and then V's. So we will have that also. And guys, I got some upsetting news today. I was so sad. So sad. But, you know, this person deserves it. I asked about Miss Sheila today at the quilt shop. Y'all know I always tell you about Miss Sheila. Her granddaughter is like 10 years old, 11, and she quilts. And I got a picture of her probably last summer on my page where she had done a quilt. So pretty. I mean, I tell you what, raising them right. Hello, friends. I'm popping in here real quick because I know I left you guys hanging there. Miss Sheila has now retired as of the beginning of this year. So that's what I was telling you. I was so sad that I'm not going to see Miss Sheila in there anymore. But Miss Sheila, if you're watching this, maybe I'll catch you in your town and maybe we'll run into one another somewhere. Walmart, a little eating place here or there. Who knows? But that's what I was going to tell y'all. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So back to the video. Teaching them how to make quilts. And I got a new pattern today when I went to see Miss Ava. Her mama, Miss Sharon, showed me a bag that they did. It was stunning. So I don't know that I have fabrics to do this bag, but I may. So I don't even know that quilt, I don't think I gave her a name for that quilt because they normally ask for the name of the quilt. And, what was that one called? It was the 9-patch and the plus signs. I don't know. I know it was the Sunbeam. We had the Sunbeam for 1 month, and then we had whatever it was called. I can't remember. Y'all, that's how fast my mind will go. It just, and it was the one, I did it completely scrappy. That one was out of It Takes Two Charm. It Takes Two Charm quilt book. Morning Flower Patch. Friends, why could I not remember that? I was just telling my sister, you know, that I get overwhelmed. She had called to tell me one of our restaurant. It's a pull-through restaurant. It's not like a restaurant. It's a pull-through restaurant. And she was telling me that there's a big sign on their marquee that they now fry in 100% beef tallow. I'm like, oh, she says, I know you like fish every now and then. And I'm like, yeah, I like fish a lot. And she's like, well, I was going to tell you that. Had to get off the phone with her. I was like, look, I got to get to recording this because I did not want to be late getting this done. I don't want to be rushed. I have been overwhelmed this week. because I have been doing a lot in my house and trying to get in the garden, but I can't seem to get out there right now because it's raining. It keeps raining. It's probably not raining right now, but where my little garden area is, it's a low area, so it's underwater. You know, you can't do anything when it's underwater. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And it ain't cooperating. That's what it is. It ain't cooperating. But I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of enjoying the rain. Even though my husband's coming in tomorrow, and that kind of messes up my sewing time. I really want to sew this weekend. I may pull a him. He made the mistake of telling me this last time he was in, it was his, because I asked him to help cleaning the house. I asked him to help me in the house. And he told me, which he does deserve some time down. I fully understand that and agree. He's like, it's my days off and I want to do what I want to do. I responded, well, it's my days off and I want to do what I want to do too, but I can't. You know, we got to have clothes. We can't walk around naked everywhere. You know, in the house is one thing, but I'm not even going to do it in the house. I just don't like that. I got 3 kids. You never know who's going to come knock on your door. That ain't no lie, y'all. You never know who's going to knock on your door. So, but I just thought, that just hit me. I was like, it's my days off too. And I get even fewer days off than he does. But I was just like, I just want to sew right now. And there's so much stuff that needs to be done. And it just is like the wrong things are taking priority right now. Because I know if I have to sit down and stop, I can't go like clean house and all for hours on ends. I can do 10 or 15 minutes and then I have to stop and sit down. Well, I just choose to stop and sit down in the sewing room. Right? Big mistake. Because if I do that, I'm going to start sewing. But anyway, friends, I was telling you, I bought a pattern today there. I got 2 patterns. I'll show them to you guys in the updates on Monday. I'll show those to you in the update. It'll kind of be a small shopping haul because Miss Sharon showed me this bag and I loved it. And I'm like, I carry stuff to work in I don't know what to call them. The hard-sided boxes that you can carry in. It's not a box. It's like a fold-up bin, bag, whatever, that you can carry into the grocery store. It's a reusable bin to put your groceries in. And instead of the soft sides like a bag, it's got a hard side like a box. And I like those, but I carry my stuff to work in that. Like I have to carry my vitamins, my medicines in there, and I keep my planner in there, and I keep my calendar. I keep what else? I put my cup in there for the day, my electrolytes. I just have lots of things that I take to work with me. And if I want a book, I'll throw a book in there. And I thought, that bag is perfect for that. It would be absolutely perfect for it. And she told me they did a class on that bag. And I was like, how am I missing all of these classes? Well, today they were doing a Bella Rosa class. And she showed me the little quilt. It's on one of the little cards that they have. And she was showing me that this morning. And I'm like, I'm not cutting another quilt. out. I told her, I said, I am not until I get something that I've got going on right now done. I told her, I was like, I've got this quilt along going on. I was like, see, I still haven't done my reflections clue, and I feel so bad about that because I love that quilt. I love how it's coming together. And now it just hit me the other day. I do payroll every other week. Every other Monday, I do payroll. Well, every other Monday and Tuesday, I do payroll. So I just did payroll this week. And I don't have that many more payrolls before the retreat in September. Because y'all think June, July, August. So I'm only going to have 6 more payrolls. Well, and I know that don't mean anything to most people, but when the retreat for September happens, I have payroll in there because I'm taking a full 2 weeks off. I'm going to go stay I'm going to travel up to Wyoming and I'm going to travel. I'm going to see things. I'm going to do things. I'm going to, sightsee. And, friends, I am going to tell you, I am postponing the, D-stash that was due to happen tomorrow. I am postponing that mainly because I have not been able to, record it yet. So it will possibly be the first Sunday of June. I've just had to postpone that because, like I said, I would have to record it after the live with Alicia and Tammy, and that's not fair to do it like that because I want to be able to do a good job with it and explain, and we don't normally get off the live with Tammy and Alicia until about 8:30. And normally after that, I do a Taco Bell run, which I won't be doing anymore. Friends, talking about Taco Bell. Okay, I don't know if y'all have a Taco Bell or you know about this, but they have these drinks called Refrescas or Aquafrescas or something like that. I was thinking, it's maybe just like water with dried fruit in it. It is water with dried fruit in it, but they put sugar water in there. It doesn't taste like it has sugar in it because, fruit gives its own sweetness. Friends, my blood sugar, oh my goodness, it was over 300. I was like, well, I know I can't be drinking that. It was insane. So right now I'm fighting because I have found that I can eat 2 crunchy taco supremes. I can have the crunchy taco supremes. I can't have anything with the flour tortilla, which means I can't have the Cantina chicken rolled quesadilla, which is delicious. I can't have anything with the flour, but the corn, now it's not good, but it's not as bad as the flour tortilla. So I can have 2 of the crunchy taco supremes and my blood sugar not go to 300. But it doesn't go up like it does when I eat the flour tortillas. Now, I mean, my blood sugar is still not down. I mean, at all. It's staying between 200 and 250 right now. I know that's not good at all. But, I'm in learning phase. And I'm still in addiction mode with sodas and the sugar and things like that. And I'm just trying to find something that'll work. My husband went and got me a bunch of sugar-free candy, which is a bad thing. But I can eat just one of those little sugar-free candies, and it does the trick for me. So I'm hoping that... Now, I'm not going to say that it doesn't affect my blood sugar, because it does, but it doesn't spike it insane. Because I had done a couple weeks with no sugar, no carbs, and I was just getting awful. It was like it was to the point where most of the times, like when I give up sodas, Cokes and things like that, my husband would go to the store and just bring a Coke in and hand it to me and tell me, you need this. Which I know I needed it. But that's the thing. It's just an addiction to the sugar and the caffeine. And that is so... I think that's kind of why I've been so off this week. Because I did mess up and I had soda. I did that when I went to the chiropractor's office. I had soda that Tuesday. I'd gotten a small Coke because I was like, I just need a Coke. Because you know how you say, some people will say, if I don't get this, I'm going to somebody. That's how I was feeling. And, you know, don't get between a person and their addiction, because it won't end well for anybody. And I can honestly say a Coca-Cola, especially, is my addiction. I have to have a Coke. But, I mean, I drink the Dr. Pepper, zero sugars, but I don't like just the plain ones, because I don't like a plain Dr. Pepper. I like it with the cream soda one or the strawberries and cream. Those are the two that I like. Now, my son, he likes the coconut cream, which I can't taste coconut still, guys. The fungulitis took coconut taste away from me. And I still have not got that back. Maybe I just need to go get me one of them. I don't know what they're called. I always called them the Mexican coconut bar, because that's where I always found them, was in our... we had a Mexican restaurant. We didn't own it. But there was one that we would frequent, and that was the candy they had. And it was the 3 stripes of coconut, like the red, white, and green or something like that. So I always just called it the Mexican coconut bar. Now, we did have them, I guess, later on in my life growing, you know. I did notice that you could get them at the gas stations too. But I loved the coconut bars. And I probably would still love it. But I can't really taste the coconut. Now, my husband did get me some coconut bars, and I don't know if it's just the texture that I'm really getting, or if it's actual coconut. Maybe it's something in it, since it's a zero sugar. Oh, y'all, I'm on my last stack of fabrics, squares here, putting the 2 rows together. How about that? I can run my mouth long enough to get you guys a video out. How about that, huh? I am just, struggling through, trying to find a way. Life is laughing. I heard somebody, who was I talking to the other day? And they were talking about their kids growing up and becoming empty nesters. And I'm like, yeah, don't cry very long over that. Which I love my children and I welcome their phone calls. As long as it's not, and I love my oldest daughter today. Not my oldest, my youngest daughter. She had called me on her way to work. I know this is going to be a funny story. But my grandson, he just kind of, my daughter always tells me we just have a love-hate relationship. That he's always tells me, no. Well, my daughter, she was like, I just don't know what I'm going to do with this boy. And I asked him, I said, my grandson's name. And I said, you want to just come and stay with Gigi? And normally he would have went, no. And my daughter, she's like, Mama, he just nodded his head, yes. And I asked him, I said, you don't want to go see Yay? Because yesterday when he got out of daycare and they were leaving, she had me on her car phone. And he was like, bye, Yay. I love you, Yay. And oh, I was like, that is so sweet. She's like, Mama, he has been so sweet. What happened? There were 2 little boys at his babysitters that have been bullying him. And I mean, he was not a very aggressive child at all. But these little children were bullying him, and the babysitter said that he would literally go get his toys, come sit under her, and he wouldn't play with nobody else. But now that these 2 little boys are no longer under her care, that he goes and he plays with all the other kids, and he's just so loving. And I think what it was, he just couldn't do anything because these 2 little boys would gang up on him. And I don't know, but he was just so sweet yesterday. I mean, it was bye, Yay, bye, Yay. Her name is Linda, but all of the children call her Yay. Because when they come to her house, they're yay. So she's Yay. And I guess that's just what she's called, is Yay. And but he just loves her. She said that she would ask him, when I picked him up one day, she was telling me, she says, yeah, I asked him, he come in, if he needed a hug, and he'd nod yes, and he would just stand there, and then she'd ask him, do you need a kiss? And he'd be like, yes. But he came in the next day, and she asked him, do you need a hug? And he's like, no. Okay, friends, this is what I have done here. That's easier for you to see. I am going to stop right here, and because it's going to take me a while to press this, but I will press these and sew on that 3rd piece, and hopefully Monday in the updates, these will all be blocks. Hopefully. Let's hope. That's the goal, friends. So thank you for joining me for this really short video. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for being you and coming here and checking out what I have going on my little channel here. Before you head out, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not yet. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down there in the comments. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.